Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so no delay this time. Good. So, how
Yes.
are you?
Very good indeed, and glad to hear you again.
Thank you. Me too. How about Shirin?
Hi, how are you?
How are you? How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Okay, good. So, are you ready for the class? Can you see the screen?
Yes,
Okay. So, who'd like to do the review?
it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, so good. Your turn, please, Shirin.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened last session.
Uh-huh. The first word is quiet. Quit.
Quit.
It means abandon, and it's used for habit, job, study, university, and sometimes like quit smoke.
Sometimes. No, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Okay, what is the difference between sometime and sometimes?
Sometime یعنی یه وقتی sometimes بعضی وقتها.
Yes.
You
So I said it, huh? I said it before. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So quit smoking, not quit smoke. Quit smoking.
Okay. Quit smoking. And the next one is
and also, excuse me, Shirin, excuse me to interrupt you. So quit is one of those verbs after which you need a gerund. If you bring a verb after quit, you have to add ing, like quit smoking, quit yanking, quit joking.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. And the next one is family empire. It means that it's used for a wealthy family and very rich family.
No.
The next.
No, Shirin, you cannot say it's used for wealthy families. There are lots of wealthy families who do not have or own empires. If they're wealthy and they have a big business that made that wealth, then they're an empire, not if just they have money. Go on.
The next one is resignation.
Yes.
It's noun form, but the verb is resign. And the next one is to hand something to somebody.
Yes.
It means to give something to somebody, somebody. And the next is in bid for, to offer or to pay a particular price for something.
To make an effort to get something, huh? To make an effort to get it. Yes.
Yes, trying to get something with effort. And the next one is sensationally.
Yes.
It means very interesting and used to show disapproval and people and astonishing. And the next one is board. In Farsi it means هیئت مدیره.
Yes.
And people gather together for making decisions.
Making decisions in general. You're talking generally about it. Making decisions, yes.
Row, it means in order.
Row.
means order, not
Row.
So
and
what is
row? It's quarrel or
yes, quarrel. Row doesn't mean in order. It means like a line. Things that are in an order are called a row. Okay, a row of something, not just in order. Okay, that meaning is different.
Row means argument.
Yes, argument or quarrel. See, Shirin, for example, you enter a supermarket and then you see a row of ketchup on one of the shelves. There are several bottles of ketchup there. So there's a row of them. Okay. Okay, go on.
behind the scenes, scenes, it means something not obvious and secret things or event that happen.
Yes,
Secret.
An event, not just event, an event that happens or something that happens. Yes, go on.
And stance, it's how you stand, believe, and over something, it's about something. And
No,
site,
it wasn't over something. What was the sentence? Do you remember the sentence?
No. Arise now. Over.
Okay. Shirin, never write down expressions and words away from the article or the text. You know, this is not a good habit. It makes you forget the context. It's important to remember the context, where it meant what, okay? It's not over something. Over has lots of meanings. Beza, do you remember what was?
What? Timur?
Yes, what was it?
I've forgotten.
Okay, I'll give you an example. It could be a dispute over something. That is about.
Yeah, dispute over something, yeah.
Okay,
about something.
It's not just over, which means about. No, over could mean lots of other things. In that context, in that sentence, it meant about. Okay, Shirin, I don't know if I told you this or if I said that in my grammar videos or not, but whenever you want to learn a new word, don't write it down separately. That is the worst way of trying to learn new vocabulary. Write it in the form of the sentence in which you saw it first. Always the sentence. Always try to memorize the sentence or the paragraph or remember the context. At least write down beside that word or phrase that, well, it was the article about blah, blah, and she said this and he said this and I said that. It helps you remember better and it helps you not to confuse the contexts either. Okay.
Yes.
Go on, please.
Yes, I agree. Site, it means. It means mention, said that, quote, and bombshell, shocking.
And in that context again, huh? In that context.
Yes.
If it's about war, then bombshell means bombshell. It doesn't mean shocking or anything. Okay, go on.
And woke, it means in this context, it means alert.
Yes.
And
alert to what?
the next
alert to what?
alert to climate.
Yes, it could be about climate change, to the injustice in society, to racism, to things like that. Yes, go on.
And the last one is content.
Yes.
And content.
No, you said them the same. Say it again, please, Shirin.
Content. It's noun.
Yeah.
And beginning of the books.
Yes.
Yes,
that's content. Yes.
Content.
No, you said it. You said it the same again. The first one was correct. The stress is on the first syllable, content. But the second one is
content.
Content. Yes, very good. Content. The stress goes on the second syllable, and it's an adjective. What does it mean?
And someone who is planned. Who is
she
satisfied.
Meant please. She meant pleased. Okay, like yesterday. Yes. She meant object is subject. Okay, go on.
Someone who is pleased with what they have.
Very good.
And the news outlet. And it means خروجی رسانه‌ای. And mogul,
Yes.
important or influential person.
Yes. Okay, was that it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
Content is a synonym to complacency?
I think it could be, yes. Yes, because it means someone who doesn't want any more. They're pleased with what they
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
But maybe it's just
came across
excuse me, a synonym, but not it doesn't exactly mean that. Okay? Don't ever think that just one word means exactly the same as another. It doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, go on. What else?
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay. So today's article is from Daily Mail again, but it's today's Daily Mail. Okay, Bezat, would you please read the title?
Yeah, revealed the tiniest victim of Beirut blast.
Go on. And the subtitle?
Tragic Alexandra, 3 dies of her injuries as thousands of protesters take to streets.
Yes. So revealed, the tiniest victim of Beirut blast. This is a title for a newspaper. Yes. And as you can guess, it's been altered a little bit. Some of the words are changed. I mean, the position of words, the order of them are changed. Can you rephrase this? The main title.
It is revealed that the tiniest victim of Beirut blast, for example,
No, don't add anything. Just change the order of words in this title and make it right. Don't add anything.
Yes. Yeah. The tiniest victim of Beirut blast revealed.
And?
Is revealed.
Very good. So it's actually the tiniest victim of Beirut blast is revealed, but then in order to make it more beautiful, it's reduced to revealed. What is revealed? The tiniest victim of Beirut blast. Revealed. We had revealed before. You know what it means, right?
Yeah.
Can you say it?
Yeah.
In English?
Yeah. To be obvious, especially something that was hidden before, or it was behind the scenes.
Okay, but do you think it means that in here, in this context? Do you mean that the tiniest victim was hidden and then someone found the tiniest victim?
Not actually.
So what do you think it means in here?
The reason of blast.
No, Shirin, it doesn't mean the reason, no.
The purpose of the writer of using revealed here, I think, is after investigation, it has revealed that the tiniest victim among others is this 3-year-old.
Yes.
3-year-old child.
3-year-old child, yes. It has been revealed, not it has revealed. Because reveal is something you do, it needs an object. So in here, you need a passive form. It has been revealed, yes. Or you could say that it was announced, you know?
Yes.
Or as you said, after some investigation. The tiniest, what does tiniest mean?
Maybe here it means the smallest.
Or youngest, huh? The youngest.
Youngest.
So this is the superlative form. What's the adjective?
Tiny.
Tiny. How do you spell it?
Tiny.
Yes, exactly. The tiniest victim of Beirut blast. And what does blast mean?
Blast, maybe it means when something blow off.
Blows up, yes. Blows up.
Blows up, yes. Yeah, but I also heard blast, for example, when someone says it was a blast.
Yeah, it means a disaster. That's a failure. When something
Ah, yes,
blasts,
yes.
then it's a failure. But
Oh,
blast
yes, yes.
also means an explosion in here. But something else too.
Explosion.
It's something more than just an explosion. What is it? Actually, when there is an explosion, a big explosion, there's a blast too.
Yes.
What is it? In English. Shirin, you can say
Uh,
it too if you know.
explosion, blast. A disaster.
No, no, not in here. It was a disaster, of course, but it's actually talking about the explosion. You know, let me give you a hint. When this happened, as you know, in Beirut, there was this big
Yes.
explosion, more than one, and
Yes.
the victims um, were not in the vicinity of the explosion. They were far from it. What killed
Yes,
them
yes.
or what injured them was the blast, not the explosion itself.
Aha.
So, what is blast?
Yes.
What is blast?
The
Mm-hmm.
yes. The blast maybe means they, you know, it destroyed the buildings, for
So,
example.
what was it? What destroyed them? Because they were
They
far from it. There was no fire there, no bomb there.
because it was the blast was so
Okay,
powerful
what is the
that even
blast? No,
people
just the blast. What is blast?
موج انفجار.
Aha, okay, in English. Yes, of course. Yes, موج انفجار, but in English. There's a violent, you can say there's a violent rush of air because of the explosion.
Violence
Rush of
rush
air. Yes.
of air.
Yes, it's a
Thank you very much.
blast or it's a gust. Okay.
Gust.
Yes,
How do you spell gust?
G-U-S-T, gust, like a strong wind. Like when there is a storm, if there's a gust, then it moves you. You cannot walk easily. There's a
Yes,
strong
yes.
wind and it pushes you forward. So that's the
Yes,
blast.
excellent. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So Shirin, would you please read the subtitle?
Tragic Alexandra III died of her injuries.
Focus, dies.
Died, died of her injuries as thousands of protesters take to streets.
Take to streets. Link them, Shirin. Link U in two to S in streets. Don't say take to streets. Say take to streets. As if to streets
Take
is a
to
word.
streets.
Take to streets. Okay. So tragic Alexandra. What does it mean to say tragic Alexandra? What does tragic mean?
Tra- tra- tragic and
Tragic, not
blue.
tragic. No, tragic.
Sad. Something make you sad and
Yes, very good. But something that makes you sad. In here, that is a subject pronoun. You cannot omit it. Something that makes you sad. But what does it mean to say that someone, a person, is tragic?
when some disaster happen for someone,
Happens.
it's happen for someone.
Yes.
It's tragic.
Yes, it's tragic. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate person because of the tragedy. Yes. And three, what is three in here, Shireen?
Her age.
Yes, her age. Very good. Dies of her injuries. There's a structure in here. Can you find it, please?
Dies of her injury. To die of something.
Okay, to die of something. Yes, very good. As thousands of protesters take to streets. What does as mean in here?
Dies of her. while
Yes, very good.
thousands
Yes, very good. While or at the same time. At the same time as thousands of protesters take to streets. Okay, what does it mean to take to streets?
to go to street for
No, just say what comes to your mind, okay? Don't ask him.
to go to street.
For what?
Take to street.
If I go to the street to buy something from a supermarket, can I say I took to the streets?
No.
No.
To show their feeling and
what kind of feelings? What kind of feelings?
Their disaster feeling about these tragic
events.
To protect
tragic
to
events, not
protest,
tragic. Tragic is an adjective. Yes.
Tragic events to protest.
Yes, very good. To protest. Yes, to take to the streets or take to streets means that to when a lot of people gather in the streets to show their protest. It's not just that, of course. It can be used for celebrations too. If there is a celebration, thousands of people can take to the streets. Okay. Besop, would you please read the first paragraph?
Yes. By Larissa Brown, Defense and Security Editor, perched on top of her father's shoulders as she waves her country's flag, little Alexandra Nagir beams happily.
Yes. So perched on top of her father's shoulders. What is perched?
Oh, while she was perched on top of her father's shoulder.
No, the meaning of the word perched.
Maybe she had a good time on her father's shoulders.
No.
Or she was happy, or
no.
I don't know.
Okay, guess. Shirin, how about you?
I didn't see this word.
This is a new word.
It's new word.
Okay, don't say I didn't. Shirin, you need to use another tense in here. Bezo, don't say anything, okay?
I never.
Never is not a tense. Never is just an adverb of frequency. You need a tense. You said I didn't see, that's past simple. But you need another tense.
I haven't seen.
Very good. I haven't seen. Because since some time in the past, up to this moment, you haven't. So that is present perfect. Perched, I'll give you a hint. For example, birds perch on top of trees. So I'm giving you a hint now. I'm not telling you the exact meaning.
But yeah, birds perch on top of trees.
Yes.
Something like flying.
No. Is the girl flying in here?
No, but it's
No. Shirin, how about you? Do you have any guesses? Shirin?
It's
standing on the height.
Very good. On the height. Like birds. Birds do that. They perch on branches that are high on top of trees. When you stand or sit, when you sit on something that's on an elevated position, it's not on the ground, it's on an elevated position. Or maybe when something is very narrow, it's not suitable for sitting. You can sit there with difficulty, then you perch yourself there. Like, for example, An armchair is for sitting. If you don't sit on it, you sit on the side of it, on the arms of it, which is not for sitting, it's for your arms to rest. Then you perch there. You perch on the side of the armchair. Or when a building is built on a high place, on high ground, in a very narrow position, like old castles. Castles were, you know what a castle is, right? Shirin, do you know what a castle
Yes.
is?
Yes,
How do you say
yes.
that in Persian?
قلعه.
Yes. So castles were for people to save themselves from how do you say, enemies. So they built those castles on, I don't know, cliffs, on mountains. The castles were perched on the side of the mountain, on the side of a cliff. So in here,
Yes.
this baby is perched on top of her father's shoulders because it's elevated, it's higher than other people. Other people are walking, she's on his shoulders. She's perched there. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. As she waves her country's flag, I think you understand this, little Alexandra the
Yes.
deer beams happily. Shirin, what does beam mean in here?
Beam, beam, smile.
Yes, very good. Yes, excellent. Smile. Beam means smile. Yes, exactly. So beams happily means smiles happily. Of course, beam in here means smile. It doesn't always mean smile.
Yes.
Okay. Shirin, would you please read the second paragraph?
Yes. But yesterday, the 3-year-old was revealed as the latest victim of the horrific blast
Yeah, who was correct? Horrific.
horrific blast that shattered Beirut, dying from her injuries in hospital 3 days later.
Yes. But yesterday, the 3-year-old was revealed. The 3-year-old. What is the part of speech of this word, 3-year-old? A verb, an adjective, an adverb, a noun? What is it?
Adjective, 3-year-old.
Adjective for what?
For girl.
Do you see girl in here?
No, but in the last paragraph and the title talk about
No, you can't say
Alexandra.
that. Yes, I know. It is about her. But you don't see any nouns after it.
The 3-year-old. It's noun?
Yes, it's an adjective that is acting as a noun in here. The part of speech is noun. In Persian, we call it صفت جانشین اسم. Okay? Like you call, when you're calling your daughter, for example, you want her to come to the kitchen, for example. Instead of calling her by name, you say, for example, زیبای من, okay, come here. That is the adjective that's acting as a noun. It's not followed by a noun. So here, the 3-year-old is a noun. An adjective acting as a noun. The 3-year-old was revealed as the latest victim of the horrific blast that shattered Beirut. What does shatter mean?
Shattered. Shattered.
Is it a verb or adverb or adjective in here?
That shattered. I think it's verb.
Yes, very good. It's a verb. So now, what does it mean?
Beirut, shattered. It's blast and make some different parts.
Yes, say it in English.
tear.
Tear. Tear.
Uh-huh. Tear.
Yes, say it.
Tear apart.
Yes, very good.
Tear apart.
Yes, you can say tore it apart, of course. That is the past form. I tore it apart. So when you shatter something, you blast it. Can you make a sentence with shatter? Is it only for explosions?
Yes.
No, it's not only for
No.
explosions. No.
Mhm.
When you break something suddenly, when you damage something, you bring about a serious damage. That's shattering.
Mhm. Shattered. My daughter built a building by Lego,
Yes.
but
Built, huh? The past form.
yeah,
Built.
they built a castle with Lego, and unfortunately, when I walked, my foot hit it and it shattered.
Yes, or it was shattered. You shattered it. Yes,
It was
good
shattered.
sentence. Very good. Excellent. Bezat, you please make a sentence with
Yeah.
shatter.
Yeah. Some boxers are so powerful and strong that they can shatter one's brain with a punch.
Really? That's
Yeah.
horrible. Who would like to fight against such boxers? Okay, so shatter can be used for dreams too. For example, you have a dream to live a happy life, but something happens, like, I don't know, the coronavirus, and it shatters your dream. You have a dream to
Yes.
do something great, but you live in a country that ruins it. It shatters all your dreams. Or when someone is healthy, a disease could shatter their health. Like when they are diagnosed with cancer, their health is shattered. You can use shatter in these contexts too. Okay, so let's go
Or
on.
we can say this darn dollar rates
Yes.
has shattered all of our dreams.
Yes, or hopes. Yes, dreams or hopes. Yes, of course. Yes, and what's to come? We don't know what's to come.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's to come?
Yes, we don't know what's to come. Do you remember we had this expression? Not what's to come, but to something. That was one of the titles about, I think, Boris Johnson. We had an article about him, one of the earliest
Oh, yes.
sessions. That's something that is
Yeah.
going to happen. The
Yes.
president to visit the new castle, for example, or the new parliament.
Yes.
That's something that they plan to do in the future. So we don't know what's to come, means we don't know what is going to happen.
To happen. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so Shirin, you were reading this one. Okay, Shirin, would you please explain this part? We had, but yesterday the 3-year-old blah blah, and then one line before the last, dying from her injuries in hospital 3 years later. What is this dying in here? Can you explain about it?
Dying. She is dying.
No. Behzad, don't say it, okay? Shirin, did you
Yes.
download the updates to the grammar for IELTS?
Yes, I downloaded, but I didn't study today. Today I studied American English 5,
Okay.
but
Okay, but if you study lesson 14 and 15, the updates to lesson
yes.
14 and 15, it's something about participle clauses. Behzad, do you know that?
Dying from her injuries in hospital 3 days later. Actually, it means she died from her
Very
injuries in
good.
hospital.
Very
Yes.
good. Yes, it's a participle clause. She died.
Yeah.
Yesterday, she died. As these
Yes.
happened, she died. Yes, very good. So, dying from her injuries or dying of her injuries. You have both of these structures in here, one in the title, one in the text. Okay, Behzad, would you please read the second paragraph?
Yes. When a fire started at the city's port last Tuesday, Alexandra rushed to the window of her rise flat to
No, it's not right. Focus.
high rise.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Rushed to the window of her high-rise flat to watch the blaze with her parents.
Yes. So when a fire started at the city's port last Tuesday, Alexandra rushed to the window. What does it mean to rush in English?
Rush to go quickly.
Just quickly?
To rush quickly.
Yes, that's close, but you need to add
rushing
something more. It's not just quickly.
when a couple of people do the same thing in a hurry,
In
we
a
can
hurry.
use
Yes,
rush.
very good. The important thing is hurry. When you do something in a hurry,
Hurry.
yes. When you go somewhere in a hurry, you rush it. It's not just for going. For example, we have the expression,
Yes.
don't rush into this. What does it mean in English? Shirin, if you know, you can say it too.
Uh,
It's an advice.
Don't rush into this.
I'll give you this piece of advice and say, okay, Shirin, don't rush into this. Think it over.
Take your time. Take your time. Do not hurry.
Yes, very good. Don't make decision yet. Take your time. Think
Yes.
about it. Don't rush into this. Don't rush into marriage. Don't rush
Yes.
into immigration, for example, or something like that. Of course, that doesn't work for
Yes.
us Iranians. Okay, so not to rush into something means to take your time and think more deeply, maybe. Okay,
Yes.
so we had this rush to the window of her high-rise flat. What is the part of speech of high-rise in here?
High-rise is adjective.
Okay, and in English, tell me what blaze means.
Rush to the window of her high-rise flat. What is high-rise flat?
Yes,
the flat.
You should say it. What is a flat, Shirin?
I know flat, but high-rise flat means they.
What's a flat? First of all, tell me what's a flat in English.
Flat apartment.
Yes. The British, because you know Daily Mail is a British newspaper, the British usually say flat. Americans say
high-rise
apartment.
flat. Yeah.
So what's a high-rise flat?
Yeah, I can guess. For example, if it is a 10-story building,
Yes.
for example, the 9th or 10th flat is high-rise flat.
Yes, very good. Exactly. That's an adjective. Exactly. So
Yeah.
high-rise flat. Yes, the blaze. You were talking about the blaze.
To watch the blaze with her parents. Blaze, maybe it means they شعله‌های آتش.
Yes, but in English. Okay, I wanted you to say it in English. Okay, yes, exactly. Yes, not exactly the fire, but blaze is the fire that you see goes everywhere, as Behzad said. شعله‌های آتش. Okay, so Shirin, would you please read the next paragraph?
Minutes later, the first explosion hit and her mother.
Let me maximize the page. I think you cannot see it like that.
Later.
Okay, now. In here.
Where?
At the top of the page.
Minutes later, the first explosion hit and her mother, Tracy, 33, picked her up, running away from the glass, screaming. running away from the glass, screaming, trying to shield her.
Yes, exactly. So minutes later, the first explosion hit, and her mother, Tracy, 33, picked her up, running away from the. What is this running in here? Can you explain it grammatically?
Running. She is running away. It means
No, not the meaning.
escape.
No, not the meaning.
Leave.
No, grammatically speaking, why is running here? What is it? What does it
She,
mean?
she was running. She was running away.
So you can say that this sentence was like this, and her mother, Tracy, 33, picked her up. She was running away. You mean she was omitted from the sentence?
Ran away.
No, no. This is not a participle clause. Of course, it's reduced, but it's not participle. What is it, Behzad?
Maybe while she was running away.
While running away. Yes, while
Yeah.
running away from the glass, screaming, trying to shield her. Shirin, what does shield mean? And what is the part of speech of the word shield in here?
Shield, somewhere protect his
Yes,
daughter.
very good. Some way of protecting it. So what is the part of speech of shield in here? A noun, adjective, adverb, what is it?
It's verb?
Yes, it's a verb. Yes, it's a verb. Trying to do something, trying to shield her. Okay, thank you. Behzad, please, the next paragraph.
But when the second major blast struck a few seconds later, the impact of the explosion...
Stress is on the first of the impact, yes?
Yes, thank you. The impact of the explosion ripped Alexandra out of her mother, Alexandra out of her mother's arms.
Yes, but when the second major blast struck a few seconds later, the impact of the explosion. What is the impact of the explosion?
The effect.
Yes, the effect, or the blast of it. The blast of the explosion. Yes. Rip. What does rip mean in here?
Rip Alexandra out of her mother's arms means maybe throw away.
Yes, you could say that. That's a synonym. Yes, exactly. It means that she could no more hold her. Exactly. Okay.
Yes.
So, Shirin, would you please read the next paragraph?
Yes. It took several minutes for her parents to dig her out from under the rubble. Her grandfather, Michel, Awad, 60, told the Daily Mail last night.
Yes. It took several minutes. What does took mean in here? In English, of course.
It took? Where?
No, not the part of a speech.
What is the
meaning of took in here?
It take time.
Yes, very good. To take time, to last that much. Yes. It took several minutes for her parents to dig her out. What does it mean to dig something or someone out?
For example, it pick up her and
so you mean the digging and picking up are the same? They mean the same thing?
No.
Just explain to me in English in English, explain to me how you dig something. What does it mean to dig? How do you dig? What do you use to dig?
When you, for example, when make a hole in the and put something in the ground.
Okay, you can say that.
And
how do you make a hole? How do you make a hole in the ground?
With some, for example, in cemetery, when put people in the grave, it's before it, some people dig a hole.
Yes, very good.
And,
yes, very good. Okay, that was a good example. Yes, so they dig something with a shovel, or you could do it with your bare hands too. And rubble, what does rubble mean? Again in English.
Rubble, something that you can dig ground with.
Under the rubble.
No, from under the rubble. Beza, don't say it, okay? Let her. What is rubble? They dug her out from under the rubble.
Under the rubble. Rubble.
I'll give you a hint, okay, Shirin? Rubble is something that is created after an earthquake or after an explosion.
I know in Persian.
No, say it in English.
But when buildings fall down, it became to small piece.
It turns into. Use present simple. You're talking about a fact. Yes. Go on.
It turns into different pieces, and it's not clear what it is.
It's not clear what it is. What it is, yes. Okay, very good. How do you say that in Persian?
Avar.
Avar, yes. Yeah, I didn't have that in my mind. Bagaya makhrubaha avar, yes. Her grandfather, Michel Awad, 60, told the Daily Mail last night. Okay, now Bezat, your turn. Please read the next paragraph.
Yeah, they were on the balcony just watching like most people. He said, my daughter said she saw a huge gray object falling from the sky, and she started screaming for them to run inside.
Yes. Okay, go on. I don't think this paragraph has anything.
I think yes, but they were on the blanket just watching the most people. He said, my daughter said she saw a huge gray object falling from the sky, and she started screaming for them to run inside.
Yes. Who's them?
What is the meaning?
Girl.
Yes, everyone.
She started
everyone, like the girl, as Shirin said, or her husband, the father of the girl.
Yes, yes.
So she started screaming, shouting, crying out loud, and saying, okay,
yes, for them.
Run inside.
Yes,
you scream
yes,
for
yeah.
someone to do
Clear.
something. You tell them to do something and you scream it. Okay, you say, come on, come inside.
Yeah.
Okay, like that. Please go on with the next paragraph.
But if I were, I would use.
No. Don't say if I were.
If I was supposed to write this article.
Okay, good. Wait. That's a good way of saying it. But instead of saying that, you could say, if it was me.
If it was me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, dear.
If it was me, I would write like this.
How?
She started screaming at them.
Why?
Not for them. I don't know, but because of my English, because
No, if you
I
scream
have
at
so many
someone, you
problems.
just scream, you're shouting. Maybe you have a fight. But this scream is not for
Yes.
fighting. She's
Uh-huh.
distressed. How do you say it? She cannot think well. If there's an explosion,
Uh-huh.
if there's a fight, I don't know, there's fire, you don't
Yes,
talk to
yes, I got it.
someone, huh? You shout and say, come
Yes,
on,
yes,
come inside, okay? Something
yes,
like that. Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
if it were you, that would happen. Okay, would you
Yeah,
please, if it was me, اگه من بودم.
if it was me, yes.
Mhm,
She was trying to cover Alexandra.
mhm.
She was holding her daughter and trying to cover her.
Yes, she was
It's
trying
simple.
to cover Alexandra. Yeah, okay, this part is okay too. I don't think there's anything
Yeah.
difficult in here.
But the pressure of the explosion was so intense and she couldn't keep hold of her and they flew inside the house.
Yes, but the pressure, you know the meaning of pressure of the explosion
Yes.
was, that is the blast of the explosion. The pressure of the explosion or the blast of
Yes.
it was so intense. How do you say intense? How do you explain it in English? Or give me
Intense.
another synonym for intense. Shirin, if you know, you can say it too.
Yeah, intense means as I work in intensive care units,
Uh-huh.
the only thing that comes to my mind is ICU, but
Oh,
intense means very strict
very strict.
or
Yes,
no,
that's
very
a good,
strict. No.
yes, it's a synonym. It's not, it doesn't have the exact
Yes,
meaning, it's a synonym. How about you, Shirin? If you
yes.
wanted to give a synonym for intense, what would it be?
Intense,
In English.
strong,
Strong means, yeah.
Yes, it could mean strong
strong.
too. Strong, strict,
Mm,
severe. When something is severe, it's
Yeah.
intense.
Severe.
Yes,
mm.
so
Severe is better.
yes,
In, in,
intense and
written, we have side, we say HIT, high intense training, and
hit. You
it
called it
means
hit? HIT.
yes,
What is that?
yes,
High intensity training.
high intense training, and intense it means strong. It means
Yes, yes, exactly. Thank you.
mm,
That's good that you remembered this from your field of study. Very good. It's good to make associations. When you learn a new
mm,
word and then you associate it to something that you knew before, it helps you remember it better or
mm,
easier next time.
mm,
That's good. Very good. Excellent. So, was so intense and she couldn't keep hold of her. There's a structure in here. Shirin, can you see the structure and tell me what it is?
mm. Keep hold of somebody or something.
Very good, excellent. To keep hold of somebody or something. What does it mean? Again in English?
Keep hold. Mm, to have it or
No, not
keep
having.
hold.
Having is not holding. Having is different from holding.
Mhm. Keep in hand.
Keep it in your hands. Yeah, yes, you could say
Mhm.
that. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so to keep hold of something. Can you make a sentence with it?
Um, um, weightlifter can keep hold
No, it's not about weightlifting.
heavy
No, Shirin, that's not a good example. See,
weightlifter.
when you keep hold of
Mhm.
something, it's not just holding. It has some other
Mhm.
meaning to you. When you keep hold of
Mhm.
something, you're trying not to drop
Mhm.
it or
Yes.
not to lose it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you keep hold of
Mhm.
it. You're very much careful not to let go. That is keeping hold of
Mhm.
somebody or something. It's
Mhm.
not just holding, it means all those things too. So now make a sentence. Bezat, you too.
Mhm.
Yes. To keep hold of, yeah. I, what is exact meaning,
When you
it does
keep,
not just mean
no, it doesn't just mean holding something. It means that you're careful not to lose it, not to drop it. Or if it's a person, not to lose them or not to drop them. It's something that's important to be held. It's important not to let go of it or them.
yeah. Can I say, for example, last night I have a drowning patient or drowned patient, and I tried my best to keep hold of him.
To keep hold of, I don't think so. You tried to keep him
Okay.
alive, not keep hold of
Yes.
him. No, I don't think it means that. No. As far as I know, it doesn't mean that. It's something physical.
Yeah.
It's physical, like this mother. This mother tried to keep hold of her daughter in her arms, but because of the blast of the explosion, the daughter was tore apart. She was, excuse me, thrown away from her. She couldn't keep hold of her. She could no more keep hold of her because of the gust of the explosion, because of the blast that they
Yes.
had. But what you did in the ICU or the hospital, you tried to keep them
Yeah.
alive. That's different.
Different.
I think. I
Yes.
think.
So
When my daughter was baby,
Was a baby.
I
Yes.
was a baby. I kept hold of her for a long time.
I see. Okay. All the time. Or you could say all the time. You couldn't just put her somewhere with someone else. Very good. That was a very good example. Okay. Behzat, you?
yeah.
Let me give you another hint. Maybe it helps. You can sometimes keep hold of a dream. It's a failed dream, but you keep hold of it. You don't let go. You can no more realize that dream. It will never be possible, but you keep hold of it. You won't let go.
Yeah.
So now your example.
We had a dream to go abroad, but because of this pandemic, we became disappointed, but we tried to keep hold of our dreams.
Yes, very good. Very good example. Or to keep hold of it. Yes.
Hold of it,
We
yes.
try to keep hold of it. Okay. Keep hold inside. Don't keep hold on. Okay. And Shirin, would you please read the next sentence?
And they flew inside the house.
Yes. What is flew? Is it an adjective or an adverb or verb or noun? What is it?
Verb.
Yes. What is it the past form of?
Past.
Yes, it's a past form. Flew is the past form of another verb. What is
fly?
Yes. And what is
Fly.
the participle form? Fly, flew.
Fly. Flown.
Yes, flown. Yes, fly, flew, flown. Okay, go on. The next sentence.
Mr. Awad said he thought the child
No,
hit her.
Shirin, thought, not thought. Okay, thought.
Mr. Awad said he thought the child hit her head on a piano or a door.
Okay, so he thought that the child hit her head on a piano or a door. What is the structure in here?
Hit.
Shirin, structures always start with an infinitive.
To hit something on.
No, not something.
Hit somebody.
No, not somebody. It's about, in English it's different from Persian. For example, in English I say I cut myself. I cut myself. It doesn't mean that I did it intentionally. No, it means that, well, I was cooking and I was working with a knife, then I cut myself. The knife did that. But the English people say, I cut myself. They don't say the knife cut me and etc. Okay, but
Like I broke my
yes,
leg.
exactly. See? So this structure is like that.
Okay.
So to hit,
To hit.
instead of head, you can use a limb in here. Excuse me? It's Farsi.
limb.
A limb.
One's limb.
A limb.
A limb.
Yeah. Yes. For example, your arm is a limb in your body, right? Bezat should say that. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly. Yeah. Yes. Bezat, am I correct?
What did you say?
I said limb. L-I-M-B. Limb.
Yes.
Can I say that my arm is a limb?
Yes.
Okay, so your arm, you can hit your arm, you can hit your head. So instead of head in the structure, Shireen, put limb. So to hit a limb.
Limb.
On something.
On something.
Yes, to hit a limb on something. Now make a sentence. In here, she, the child, hit her head on a piano. Now make a sentence with that structure.
I hit my leg on
the wall.
On the door. On a door.
On a door, yes, you could say that. But you usually hit your foot, not your leg.
Yes.
That's very unfortunate.
My finger.
Yes.
My toes.
Your toes, yes. The little toe.
I hit my...
You mean the little toe,
yes.
huh?
I think... Yes.
I think people should stop
I
you from
hit
walking.
my little
Yes.
toe on the sofa.
On the sofa, yes. On the leg of the sofa, huh? And that's how you shattered your daughter's castle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Behzat, your turn. Make a sentence, please.
Yeah. Today's our PICU was so noisy that I wanted to hit my head on the wall.
I see, okay. Why? Is it ICU? How can an ICU be noisy?
Because there are so many alarms and it was so crowded, and more than my patients, their parents were making noise.
I see, okay. Couldn't you just send them out of the hospital?
Yeah.
Couldn't you just send them out of the hospital?
Yes. Yeah, usually we do that, but some patients they really need their parents as they need accompanying.
No, they don't need accompanying. They need company.
They need company. Yes, they need
company. Maybe a companion.
Company, yes.
They need a companion. They need company means someone who keeps them company. They need, you can use this. They need someone who keeps them.
And for some of them, there should be someone to supervise them, because there is the danger of falling from the bed.
I see. Danger, yes. I see. Okay.
Danger.
Okay. That's one of the unfortunate things about your job.
But I didn't do that. I mean, hitting my
head on the wall.
On the wall.
Yes. What did you do instead? You must have done something instead. You screamed at Shireen. You came back home and screamed at Shireen.
Yeah, I kept to be patient.
I kept to be patient. I've never heard that. Is that an expression?
No, no, no.
Aha.
It was کاملا ساختگی.
Okay, I kept being patient. You can say that.
I kept
To
being
keep
patient.
doing
Yes,
something,
yes.
because after keep, you need gerunds. So I kept being patient.
Yeah.
You can say that. Okay.
Being patient.
But you
Yes.
need to scream at someone. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Okay. So, Shirin, how about you? Do you ever feel the
What?
urge to, I don't know, hit your head on the wall because of some noise at work or at home?
No, I'm very calm and be patient.
No, no, not be patient. I am very calm and patient, or I am patient, but not be patient. When you say be patient, it's an imperative. You're telling me, sabur bash. Okay, be patient.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's,
Nothing can bother me.
excuse me? Nothing can bother me.
Nothing can bother me.
Okay, that's good. I think
Yeah.
you need to work as a doctor one day and see if anything can bother you or not. What was your job? A trainer,
No.
right?
Yeah, yes.
And do you still work?
In private.
For private teachers,
For
excuse me,
private, yes.
trainees.
Yes.
And
Trainings, yes.
don't they drive you crazy sometimes?
Yes, but I.
Let me give you an example, Shireen, and then tell me if you feel the urge to scream or hit your head on the wall or not, okay? Just suppose that, because you said you were a trainer, you worked at the gym, right? In the past. So have you ever had someone come to you and say, okay, I want this big stomach to go in just 1 week. Give me some.
Yes, I,
Okay.
I, in this situation, I have no idea for you, and please go to a psychologist or a magician or a wizard.
Really? You say that to people? You really do that?
Yes,
So you don't hit your
yes,
head on
I
the
have.
wall. You just tell them that.
No, yes.
I see.
You need a magician or surgery. I can do something for you.
Okay, what if some obese person or overweight person comes to your classes, takes your classes for just 3 sessions, and after 3 sessions comes to you and says, okay, Miss Shahi, I haven't changed at all. I haven't lost anything in the 3 sessions. What would you do then?
Yes, I say, are you being, are you being so overweight in 3 days?
No, not that sentence. Correct that sentence. We have "Are you being," Shireen. I think you've heard it in Desperate Housewives. Okay, wait a little bit. To be being is usually for personalities. For example, I say, you're being unrealistic now. It means that you're behaving in a way that's unrealistic. You're not looking at the reality in here. You're being unrealistic. You're being so nice. You're being so naive. Things like that, but not for what you wanted to say. So correct your sentence, please.
You don't be overweighted.
No,
just
no. And Beza, don't help. Okay, let her.
Even with
No,
pantomime.
no, yes, not even with that. Yes.
in the other way, gaining
Very
weight.
good, excellent. I wanted you to say that. So use gaining weight.
Gaining
So
weight.
from the top, what do you say? What is your sentence?
You
No.
don't. Gaining weight doesn't happen in 3 days, and I couldn't and you can't losing weight in 3 days.
You can't. You can't. After can't, you lose, not losing.
Can lose weight in 3 days.
Yes, very good. That's a good example. Or also you can use the expression overnight. What's overnight in Persian?
Overnight.
No, what's overnight in Persian? Yes? Yes, exactly. Yek shabe. So you didn't gain the weight overnight. You won't lose it overnight. Yes. Okay, Behzad, you were saying something?
Of course, no pain, no gain.
Yes, no pain, no gain. But even if you say no pain, no gain, they say that I've come here for 3 sessions. So I have felt the pain, but I haven't gained anything. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. See you again next session.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good week.
You
Thank
too,
you.
dear.